My son's 6. He doesn't care about ballistic skill or weapon strength. He just wants to roll dice and blow people up. So that is where we started. So if you're into Warhammer and you've got kids that want to get involved as well, there are ways we can introduce rules gradually to help build up their knowledge of the game and keep them invested. We don't want anything to feel overwhelming. So really today, we're just starting off with 2 rules. So to start off, we make a little battlefield. It could be any size, but we like to keep it quite small. And we have between 3 to 5 models. And they just use rule number 1, movement. Every model has 6 inches of movement, regardless of what they are. Keeps things nice and easy to understand, regardless of real stats. Everyone takes turns moving their models, so I'll move all my models, they'll move all their models. And if your models end up touching each other after that 6 inches of movement, they fight. Fighting's really easy. Both you roll a dice, highest number wins, and the losing model gets destroyed. If it's a tie, they both live to fight another day. And that could be the whole game. No shooting yet, nothing else to worry about. Just simply, can I reach you and can I punch you in the face? And there's like a little bonus 1.5 tip that I've found as well. Role-playing it really helps with the kids. So if they're rolling into me and I say, I'm gonna ring my arm up and I'm gonna smash your guy, and then I roll the dice and I roll a 1, oh, and he misses completely. The kids love that and it gets them invested in the game. In fact, there was one funny incident where I lifted one of my Dreadnought's arms up to attack a Terminator model that he was playing with, and the Dreadnought's arm fell off. Hysterics ensued for about 5 minutes, and the kids just couldn't get enough of it. They wanted that to happen every single time. So when they're comfortable with that, it normally takes a couple of games. We move on and we introduce rule 2. So rule 2 is shooting. This is the first time the child actually gets a sense of tactics. Do they choose to shoot, or do they choose to run in and fight melee? This is basically what 90% of 40k is. We're just making it really, really simple. So, like I said, if you move within 12 inches of another model this time, you don't have to be face to face. You can choose to shoot. In which case, you roll a dice, a 4+ hits, and if it hits, that model is destroyed. Again, really simple, but we're just trying to introduce baby steps. And now they have a real tactical choice. Well, am I going to charge in and maybe lose my model at the same time? Or am I going to stay back, shoot from distance, and maybe take out some other models for a bit of safety? You could introduce to add a couple of small tweaks to this as well. So for example, I found that there was no real benefit from charging in versus shooting. So we introduced a rule that if a model did charge, they would have an extra bonus to their dice roll. So for example, they would get a +1 to their dice roll, meaning that there was again another tactical reason between, do I charge in and maybe have an advantage, or do I stay back and just shoot? We're introducing little baby steps at a time. Keep things really, really simple. And that's it for the first step. Just 2 rules, quick little games of Warhammer that gets them thinking about tactics and gets them trying to understand how to move around the battlefield. Next time, we'll look at how we introduce wounds, because right now, every hit is a kill, but that will soon change. Drop a comment if you've got some kids who are into Warhammer and you're interested to learn a bit more about them. I'd love to know if you've got any recommendations on rule tweaks that you can play, or ways you've got your kids into Warhammer. Anyway, stay tuned for the next one, and I'll see you then.